Hello everybody and welcome to another story from Kenshi. This is Major Spud speaking, and today we're gonna start again with Major Spud, and this time we will try to reunite the shattered Scorchlander population in Kenshi. The background for this story will be very clear. First of all, Major Spud will try to get as many as of his fellow Scorchlander recruits as possible, and then later on, the second step will be to repopulate the hub, which, in his opinion, was destroyed by the Shek people, and later on continue towards populating Morn, which was destroyed by the United Cities, and also fight for the remnants at Bast, which nowadays the United Cities and Holy Nation are fighting for, but originally which was destroyed in a single day by a huge Holy Nation army. I decided to make a story like this because I have seen many playthroughs and let's plays and different kind of stories for Kenshi, but so far not a single one which focuses on the Scorchlanders alone. You see a lot of Hive only or other playthroughs, but the Scorchlanders for me are the coolest people to have. For various kinds of reasons. First of all, they are the best smiths for weapon and armor, and also they run faster than the Greenlanders. They have usually about 2 to 3 miles. No, let's say 2 miles more speed than the Greenlanders. And on the other side, they just look pretty damn cool. Yeah? So a first step will be for Major Spud to travel to the not United Cities, to the Holy Nation territory, where he will follow the tradition of his people and hunt some animals and pick up some animal furs and other stuff, especially the raw meat, which will serve as the main food for the troops, is at least in the beginning, until we have more technology. And also later on, Major Spud will try to recruit some of the cannibals up north, which also in his way of memory and the lore he is taught, were a distantly related kind of people to the Scorchlanders before they fell to savagery. This is plainly spoken just justified by the fact that the Scorchlanders can eat raw meat, and I think the poor cannibals just have lost their way at a certain point and thus degenerated also to consuming human meat. But as I said, first of all, we're gonna travel now to Blister Hill, because at the gates of Blister Hill, Major Spud will be able to harvest a lot of slaughtered river raptors, which he then can oops. Oh, no. Well, but it would be a shame if he died right away to some hungry bandits, which of course they land 2 hits and 2 hits in a row on the leg. And as you see here, he has got absolutely no athletics, but he's already running at a speed of 18 miles per hour, whereas every other like Greenlander character starts off with 16 and not more. Yeah. A mod list will be put down on the bottom line of the description of the video, and also, as you can see, I have added the mod which adds, let's say, random groups of drifters, because in my opinion there are way too few normal recruits available to really form an army otherwise. You can recruit bandits and other stuff with recruit prisoners mod, which I always have active, but I think it's a little bit easy, or not easy but cheesy, to recruit guys which have, like, say, higher stats, and especially when you have money in the later game, to recruit good guys is not really an issue. For example, the Black Dragon Ninjas, which have stats in all their 60s, they can be easily recruited just with the right dialogue, and they just need some food. No, they don't. They not even need food. They just need the right dialogue. And to get new recruits with their stats all up in the 60s is pretty overpowering. And it can pretty much break the game very fast. Also, as you can see with this, the other mod I have added adds is the reactive world mod, I think, which adds wolves and in large bigger packs than normal. Also, if I can show you for 1 second, what I have done here is I have, especially the town event size ×2, and the squad size multiplier also I have set to 2. Yeah, I have a lot of populations, and I have put the number of nests to 3. So the world is pretty damn populated, and we can expect some pretty big fights, which I really like in Kenshi, and especially in the big fights in the mid to end game. I will show you hopefully how important the micromanaging in fights can be, because this really changes the outcome in a lot of battles which we will fight. Also, we will go to Rebirth, because Major Spud, first of all, he wants to scout how the situation is up there, how many guards and everything guard the poor slaves of the Holy Nation. And the second reason is the constant death of many slaves attracts a lot of river raptors, which the smell of the corpse furnaces the Holy Nation soldiers use up there. And the Holy Nation soldiers up there are constantly fighting against big swarms of the river raptors. And in the beginning, the leather and the meat will be a perfect source of income for Major Spud, and also for his first recruits. So let's see what we can do here. I will speed up the process. I have just recently only started to make YouTube videos, but in Kenshi I have, by now, I think after this weekend I will have over 2,100 hours in this game, and it's still just fascinating me. I have up to now I have not seen any other game giving you so many options for replay, and just adding a different mod can completely change the whole game. Yeah, it's for me it's the best game around currently. And hopefully you guys will start to enjoy my videos soon, as I hope I will get better in, first of all, in speaking English, as English is not my mother language, and also in making the videos themselves. Right now I make videos where I record everything, but in the near future I hope that I can start to make videos also with a nice cutting program, to cut out the boring parts of the game and just concentrate on fights and stuff which is, let's say, relevant. Yeah. So here we are. We have reached Blister Hill, in the middle of Okran's Pride, and Rebirth will be located right here. It's, of course, as many of you know, where the Holy Nation fanatics have built the huge statue of Okran, where this eternal flame is burning all the time. So, and as we have brought 1,000 cats, we will now go to Blister Hill and buy a trader's backpack, if the money is enough, but normally it should not be more than 800. And with this trader's backpack we can store a lot of furs, which will then do two things for us. It will increase the number of furs we can carry, and also increase drastically the strength we can gain from this. And it's like always, I always forget that Blister Hill has no backpack trader, and I think so also no other, even with the mods I've added, no other shop has any backpacks. But let me check this very quickly. because normally I don't go to Blister Hill a lot of times, because many of my playthroughs start with the Holy Nation already as enemy. Okay, then there should be some backpacks maybe here, otherwise we will have to run to stack. Okay, no. Okay, but let's get us some dried fish. No, but only. Okay, we have 841, 40. Okay, let's go to stack. Yeah, like this? No, and we will need a healing. Okay, we need to change plans here a little bit. Before we do anything, we need to get a heal kit. So, healing. Where's the bar? Usually the bar has the healing kits. Mechanical shop has all kinds of supplies, and the armor shop of course has armor and stuff. Also, what I like in Blister Hill is the huge bakery, because here you can get up to, I think, 50 bread or something, and bread is, in my opinion, also quite reasonable in price for the nutrition given. But of course, nothing comes close to. No healing potion over here. Nothing comes close to healing power of. Not healing power, nutrition value for price of meat, especially a Scorchlander, because you can just loot it. And Jesus Christ, I'm getting old. Of course there is a backpack trader over here. Jesus. I really must come to this city more often, but normally I don't have too many contacts with the Holy Nation except the raids on my base. So, stupid. Here we go. Okay, no. Don't do this. Yeah, we need a healing kit. And food we don't need, because we're gonna find a lot of meat with these guys. So, okay, just medic your leg, otherwise you will bleed to death. So, okay, let's go. Maybe wait until we are a little bit more good, because no, 15 should be enough. There's not a lot of. Maybe or even hungry bandits can kill us easily right now. So let's see what you can do. But here is the first chance to make some money, because as it seems the paladins have killed some river raptors. So let's begin our looting. Yeah, this looks very good. So, and also in early game, later on, of course, if you don't need any and every single cat you earn, the looting animals and fighting animals is a very good way to obtain these skins and make leather out of it, which is the perfect way to train low-level armor smiths, because until you can make heavy armor with armor plates and stuff, you will need quite a few tech levels. And as I have decided, we will not buy a single science book in town, and therefore we need to get our experience from somewhere else. And before we can actually start to loot some ruins or even think about it, we will need first of all a decent squad, because also I have the attack slots ×5 activated. So numbers are very, very important in this in my games, because even these large group of hungry bandits can kill a medium skilled group of your guys very easily, simply because of the numbers. If 5 guys are attacking you and you're not the let's say the quickest to react, you can very easily be like just hit stunned, and you will not have any chance of striking back. So, but the paladins are making a very decent job here, and we are close. Yeah, we are close to having. Yeah, now we get some encumbrance already, which will then also give us some strength gain, but I think yes, not much, 11. So this was the first run for meat, not meat and furs. So we have food enough for quite some time, especially as we are alone, but this might change right now, because now we should make enough money selling these furs that we might even be able to hire our first companion. So yeah, we have 5,000 now. We will keep the meat and the healing potion, of course. Okay, so now let's see if there is a fellow Scorchlander looking to go back to his old tribe. I have decided in this playthrough I will not recruit any any bandits or other faction members with the recruit prisoner stuff, because for Major Spud it's simply if you join another faction, you betray your original tribe, and you are not worthy to get a member of the Mourning Ones. The Mourning Ones will be the name of the faction, because the Scorchlanders until now have been nothing but beaten and distracted and just splintered into different fractions of the former tribes, which he will then try to reunite and make a force to be reckoned again with. So, but it seems there's no other Scorchlander. So, let us go to Rebirth. Rebirth itself has, I think, up to 50 or 60 slaves, out of which a good portion should be Scorchlanders. And also we will recruit, like in the old days, of when the hub and Morn were still populated by Scorchlanders, we will recruit Dark Hivers, because in Major Spud's history the Dark Hivers were taking care of all the farming work which had to be done in the cities and settlements of the Scorchlanders, and in exchange for this the Scorchlanders supplied the hives with weapons and armor and all different kinds of technology, which of course none of the other factions liked. The United Cities were simply afraid of, or let's say jealous of the smithing skills and trading power the Morn and the Hub had, especially with their position. So the Traders Guild convinced the Emperor, the former Emperor, to attack Morn and destroy this threat once and for all. And for the for the Holy Nation also it was very simple. A settlement where hivers are accepted, they could not allow next to them, and also this is the reason why they are now fighting with the United Cities. Yeah? And here you can see already it starts. You see there are loads of river raptors roaming around close to the gate, or the entry gate of here we have the first, but this has been killed by wolves. Okay, let's go. So maybe we will not take every kind of meat or piece of meat, but let us see how they fare. Yeah, the guards here from the Holy City, Holy Nation are very weak compared to the other troops they have. Especially with the stronger Holy Nation mod that I have added. We will see this later on in the playthrough when they begin to attack settlements or raid our settlement. These guys are pretty damn tough. Alright, let's go here and loot. Okay. And just be careful not to be hit. Okay. Let's see what we can get from this. As long as they fight among each other, Major Spud will be pretty safe. So let us see. Let's see. Also, a lot of refugees from the United Cities and also from the Holy Nation, they have fled to World's End. In World's End, there will be a recruiting haven for us. A lot of recruits, especially the Scorchlanders, which are not really accepted in any other kingdom, will be plentiful up there. Okay, let us see if there's a two or not, just one. Yeah, here's a new one. Yes, paladins and servants of Okran. Kill them. We need money. Let's go. Additionally, I have added the mod which lets you recruit all slaves you buy, which I think it simply doesn't make sense too much that only like 1 out of 5 slaves you buy stays in your group and the others just run away. That's pretty much annoying and also not very helpful for our targets. So maybe before recruiting or buying expensive recruits, Major Spud will first try to travel to the Great Desert and visit the slave farms. The big advantage with only recruiting Scorchlanders is that even with, let's say, basic or entry-level recruits, the slowest speed, as long as we don't lose armor or are injured, the slowest speed of the group will be 18 miles per hour. And with 18 miles per hour, most of the bandits, let's say in the desert also, will not be able to catch us, especially as literally within 5 minutes of running, the speed goes up to 20 or above, and then you are safe from most of the roaming bandits and other threats in this area. So as you can see, we can get 18 more furs or skins, and then we will head back to Blister Hill and sell them. Let's go here. This is what I like. A lot of furs. And also I have decided that Major Spud and his troop will keep a low profile in the beginning, because if we start a war with one of the major factions right away, they will just stomp us into the ground. There's no chance of even surviving one raid. So I have decided that we will probably make our first camp in the hub. And I will show you when it comes to this, the mods I have added allow us to make a really decent base setup in the hub. Mainly because you're not dying here, are you? Jesus. Okay. We are full soon enough. Maybe I could get two more stacks of animal first, but then I think he will not be able to move any at all. So just kill one more, and we are ready to go. And also later, when we have a few companions and let's say at least basic armor, this will be a very good way to train the basic combat skills. And here we go for all our new recruits. So let's go back to Blister Hill and hope no bandits will stop us. Yeah, Kenshi I have been playing now at least for 6 years. I think I even started when there was only 1/4 of the map available to play on, and everything looking very basic. No rendered textures for the map, and nothing. Basically, looked like a game out of the 1980s or 90s. But yeah, 6 years or longer for the same game is not a bad. It's not a bad time to keep me addicted. Although to like Kenshi, you have to, as I stated in a lot of comments, you have to have a masochistic streak in your character, because otherwise you will not enjoy the game. If you have it, it's an addiction. Because for me the most fun in Kenshi is not the great victory and just rolling over everything. It's the struggle to survive, to get your troops fed, to get them rescued after you lost the battle in the middle of a cannibal area, and stuff like this. This is what makes the game interesting, because it can change so quickly. You can have a squad of very decently trained and equipped guys, and then just something happens. You stumble into a group of enemies which is just too big to handle. Yeah? And even with your big samurai armor, when you go up against a horde of fogmen, which in my modification have all stats at least in their 50s, and they spawn in groups with sizes of 70, 80 or 100, they simply take you, they simply kill you, because first is just the numbers are too high, and also they use blunt weapons, and blunt weapons, you can have armor as you want. Blunt weapons usually go right through armor, because the blunt resistance of most, even the heavy armors, is way more bad than against cutting weapons. Yeah? So let's see how much money we get here. Yeah, we have 17,000 now, and I think this is enough to make the first trip to the slave camps. First episode of the mourned ones, and I hope to see you guys soon for the next episode, where we then start to go to some more of the slave camps and recruit more guys, so that we can then finally start and get some combat experience and make some progress towards making the first settlement in the hub. Thank you very much. This was Major Spud, and over and out.